welcome to the 2019 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. I'm Matthew Turner, President of Calhoun's National Honor Society chapter. Today is a very special day for us, as we, the current members of NHS, will pass the torch of honor to any of our stellar peers. We await your induction with pride and anticipation. Cole Griffin will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Will you please join me in the standing of the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. I would now like to welcome Calhoun High School's principal, Dr. Peter Calhoun.
Good morning. Good morning to our honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, and our National Honor Society members. An induction ceremony is always such a special occasion. It's the culmination of hard work, the actualization of goals attained, and the acknowledgement of successes achieved. So it's only fitting that today we acknowledge the path of hard work that has led us to this honored occasion. We have encountered some trials and tribulations along the way that have made us stronger. We have persevered. This ceremony today will be one of the exceptional moments that will be fondly remembered in the years ahead for each of you. Henry Ford wisely said, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success." As we look back over the last couple of years, there was a beginning, and thankfully there was also progress, and yes, undeniably, we have been successful. The results, ladies and gentlemen, of our coming together, keeping together, and working together in spite of the obstacles that we may have faced along the way, that end result is that today you will be inducted into the National Honor Society. My, how proud we are of the success that you have made with the opportunities that you were offered. Congratulations, we are truly and inordinately proud of both our new inductees and our current members who continue to impress us with their success. May your years ahead continue to be characterized by empathy, compassion, objectivity, and a willingness to take risks. May you always lead by example and set a positive path for those who will follow in your footsteps. May your accomplishments be many and your tribulations be few and far between. We wish you everything that you have so richly deserved in the years ahead. It has been an honor and a privilege watching your progress and your success, and I look forward to the many accomplishments that lie before you. I'm extremely proud to be your principal and proud to see each and every one of you inducted, as I was way back when, into the National Honor Society. It's something that is truly a remarkable accomplishment. So congratulations, and without further ado, I'll turn it back over to our president, Mr. Turner.
Thank you, Dr. Coon. For current members, and for those former members who may be among our guests, such as Dr. Coon, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. Our chapter is proud to have been inducting new members for over 50 years, and today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records that establish our eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations. Our chapter also serves our school and community through many activities, such as our community clothes closet, scholarship opportunities, and others that are happening constantly. We are proud of this record of accomplishments and welcome these new members who bring new energy in support of our continuing work as NHS members. It is at this time that we proclaim to all attendants that membership in the Calhoun High School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 pillars of NHS: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. We will begin with scholarship. All of the members and inductees here today possess outstanding academic records. On paper, they are at the top of their classes and have distinguished themselves as special in the traditional classroom. Although this characteristic is of obvious importance to NHS members, it does not tell the full story. The students present today have risen to their status by displaying a quality that is more than simply being a good student: the quality of scholarship. Scholarship is not a measure of what a student has achieved in the past, present, or future. is the description of the method in which students reach their achievements. A scholarly student possesses the desire within him or herself to learn not simply to pass a test, but to truly process and understand the material for personal gain. Scholarship brings a passionate curiosity of all subjects and an innate hunch that knowledge will pay forward in the future. The main purpose of the National Honor Society can be found within the principle of scholarship, that knowledge and education is the base for a successful and more fair society in the future. It is for this reason that NHS seeks to recognize the most scholarly students, for as Benjamin Franklin once said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. I will now light the candle representing scholarship.
Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Members of Calhoun High School's National Honor Society constantly seek to promote and encourage the everyday practice of helping others around school and within the community. In order to uplift our society as a whole, we seek members who display a willingness to participate in our dedication of service and outreach for the benefit of those in need around us. By utilizing our talents and strengths through interactions with others, we hope to make the world a better place for future generations, and as members of NHS, we strive to uphold ourselves to this standard of dedication through service. I will now light the candle representing service.
One description fits all of the inductees present today: leaders. National Honor Society members possess the desire to lead their peers in every way possible. Members of NHS are noted as being exceptionally involved in taking positions of influence in every activity they participate in. The quality of leadership dictates that personal sacrifices are willing to be made so that others can have a better experience no matter the situation. And NHS members recognize that their sacrifice is not in vain. Their classmates look up to them for all aspects of student life. Leadership is displayed by helping others with schoolwork, organizing extracurricular activities, and aiding their classmates in all types of social situations. Time and time again, students go to the same leaders for help. The National Honor Society seeks to recognize these special leaders for the incredible quality they display. Every single inductee here today fits the bill for this recognition. Moving forward, these students will display leadership at every step of their lives. They will continue to be student leaders at college and will find influential roles in the workforce. As for the future, the world will head in the right direction with the leadership of these members at the forefront of society. I will now light the candle representing leadership.
We were all born into this world without being able to navigate through life by ourselves. We required help from others, such as parents and teachers, to make our decisions, helping us mold and fine-tune our character. Character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. It defines most of who we are, how we think, why we act, and what we say or do. Our character gives us a sense of right or wrong, allowing for us to understand that right is right even if everyone is against it, and vice versa, and gives us the fortitude to choose and do what is right. Character isn't based on who someone tells you to be or what someone tells you to do. It's about setting goals and ultimately achieving them for yourself. A person of character demonstrates the following six qualities: respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Let us hope that by demonstrating these qualities, we can prove by example that we value character. I will now light the candle representing character. I would now like to turn the ceremony over to President Turner for the tapping of new members.
All members selected for membership today have met the membership criteria and have been selected and approved by Calhoun High School's National Honor Society Council.
Mr. President, I present Aaron Barnes to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Aaron Barnes. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Sandy Barrios to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Sandy Barrios. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Ella Bennett to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Ella Bennett. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Carter Blackstock to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Carter Blackstock. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present to you David Braden for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept David Braden. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Bryant Busby to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Bryant Busby. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Gage Darby to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Gage Darby. Please sign the registry.
President, I present Angie Donis to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Angela Donis. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Drew Eichman to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Andrew Eichman. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Yesenia Garcia to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Yesenia Garcia. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Grant Gilmer to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Grant Gilmer. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Caitlin Green to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Caitlin Green. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Ashley Hartness to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Ashley Hartness. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Jalen Holland to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Jalen Holland. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present to you Amelia Hunt for induction to the National Honor Society.
We accept Amelia Hunt. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present to you M. Fogel Jones for induction to the National Honor Society.
We accept Ann Fogel Jones. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Mary Catherine Kendrick to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Mary Catherine Kendrick. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Emma King to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Emma King. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present to you Aurora Lopez for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Aurora Lopez. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present to you Molly Mashburn for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Molly Mashburn. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Drew McBurnett for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Andrew McBurnett. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Carolina Morgan to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Carolina Morgan. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Macy Parker to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Macy Parker. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Shreya Patel to you for induction to the National Honor Society.
We accept Shreya Patel. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Rhea Patel to you for induction to the National Honor Society.
We accept Rhea Patel. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Aaron Paul to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Aaron Paul. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Luke Peden to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Luke Peden. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Casey Poole to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Casey Poole. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Boone Price for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Boone Price. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Alex Rep to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Alex Rep. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present to you Andy Robinson for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Andy Robinson. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present to you Janice Santori for the induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Jenna Santori. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Ziamara Centeno for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Ziamara Centeno. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Rod Shaw to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Raj Shaw. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Anna Smith to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Anna Smith. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Mia Smith to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Mia Smith. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Joshua Tolson for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Joshua Tolson. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Sarah Beth Vaughn to you for the induction of National Honor Society.
We accept Sarah Beth Vaughn. Please sign the registry.
Mr. President, I present Dawson Williams to you for induction into the National Honor Society.
We accept Dawson Williams. Please sign the registry. Members, please stand and repeat the National Honor Society pledge. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society to which I have been elected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Thank you, members. Please be seated. We will now turn the ceremony over to Dr. Coombe for final remarks.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge how outstanding these young people are. When you look at each one of them, I see so many students that are not just academic scholars, but I see majorettes, I see football players, I see academic team members, literary state champions, I see members of every athletic and arts and academic group sitting right here in these seats. So not only do they reflect the outstanding academic accomplishments of our student body, but they also represent the outstanding extracurricular accomplishments. And just balancing the two is a phenomenal accomplishment. It's hard this day and age being a student, but to be a student who can also accomplish outside of a classroom what they're matching inside is terrific, and it makes me extremely proud, as I know it does your parents. I also want to thank our parents and our grandparents and our aunts or uncles and family members who support these students, because it's only with your support that they can make all these things possible, and that is something that we are very fortunate to have a fantastic community of supporters cheering them on. To you students, I would like to say congratulations. You represent the highest caliber student Calhoun High School has to offer. You must also know that you will be held to a higher standard of excellence, and that your hard work and dedication has also paid off as you have raised as I get off note there, has also paid off. So the parents, I'd like to say thank you. Your hard work and dedication has also paid off as you have raised well-balanced individuals who have learned early the value of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. We would now like to welcome Brooke Landry and Blair Hall as they lead us in the singing of our alma mater.
City's western border, reared against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years go by. For would ever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. To thee, our alma mater, Calhoun High, all hail.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you, and we would like to welcome parents, NHS members, and staff to the reception located in the lobby. Thank you all for coming today.